Good evening, Sir Bra and Ma'am Lala. Um, my name is Christian C. De La Peña from grade 12 Peter. Um, my topic is planetary network, climate change, and global warming. First, the effects of consumption and production patterns to climate change. Second is the effect of climate change. Third, steps to address the problem of climate change. Change is inevitable. The era of globalization certainly contributed in changing the landscape of the world and its inhabitants. Amid this growth and advancement in technology, the environment seems to bear and suffer the consequence. Every day we are confronted with issues and problems related to the environment. Climate change, also called global warming, refers to the rise and average surface temperature on Earth. An overwhelming scientific consensus maintains that climate change due primarily to the human use of fossil fuel, which releases carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases into the air. Greenhouse effect, the trapping of the sun warm in a planet's lower atmosphere due to the greater transparency of the atmosphere to the visible radiation from the sun than to infrared radiation emitted from the planet's surface. Seven effects of climate change you are already seeing. Climate change is something that happened in 10 or 20 years. It's happening now. Here are seven effects of climate change you have already seen. First, longer, more intense allergy season. Warming temperature in some areas like the northern United States are extending the period when planets release pollen. This affects not only people who already have allergies, but those who doesn't. Foods you love are becoming less nutrition and cost more at the grocery store. The same cost accumulating in our atmosphere thanks to fossil is actually changing the composition of fruits and vegetables that we eat, making them less nutrition. Third, more common, more severe, and more long-lasting heat waves. Extreme heat and heat waves have happening since the beginning of time, but across the world, climate change is making heat waves more common, severe, and long-lasting. Fourth, wildfires causing damage to our landscape and our communities, as well as our health. Wildfires are devastating communities around the world. From the billion-dollar destruction they cause to the cost of lost plant, animal, and even human life, this devastating natural disaster is scaring our landscape. Hurricanes are becoming more likely and more dangerous. Around the world, average sea surface temperature are rising. As seas get warmer, they add more water vapor and heat energy into the atmosphere. More climate-related mass migration. Climate change is already prompting an increased immigration with people being forced to leave their home because of drought, flooding, and other climate related disasters. 7. Diseases are spreading more easily. Disease carrying insects thrive with warmer than average temperatures, extreme heat waves, and heavy rains. These vectors live longer lives in extended period of warm weather. Solution: what to do? Reduce energy consumption, travel green, watch your water use, reduce waste, and plant a tree. Climate change solution. In order to avoid the most serious impact of climate change, humans will have to significantly reduce the amount of greenhouse gas emissions being put in the atmosphere. So, 3R, reduce, reuse, recycle. Reduce the amount of the earth resources that you use. Reuse, don't just mean it could someone else use it. Recycle, could the materials be made into something new. Global warming. So global warming is a climatological phenomenon in which the global temperature is rising because of increasing concentration of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. Why Earth's surface is warming. Our sun, which is reasonable hot, sent as a mixture of various rays which is composed for 10% of UV, 40% of visible light, and 50% of infrared IR. Most of the emitted IR radiation is absorbed by the atmosphere and warm its contributors of the greenhouse gases. Natural and man-made. Volcanic eruption is a natural. Power plant is a man-made. Plant is a natural. Industry is a man-made. Ocean is a natural. Transportation is a man-made. Forest fire is a natural. Deforestation is a man-made. Livestock is a natural, and commercial and residential equal is a man-made. Impact of the global warming. Global warming leads to long-term and devastating impact for the natural environment, ecosystem, and human societies. First is a drought and storm. Second is a flood and ice melting.